Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and I'm back again for another soloing school lesson, continuing on with this idea of triads, and more specifically playing triad pairs. This time we're going to look at dominant 7 chords and give you an idea of how you can use some of these concepts when playing over blues chord progressions. Because I consider myself a big blues player, something that I'm very passionate about. It's definitely a setting that I need to be able to play in. So if we go back to the theory that we were looking at in the last lesson, if you haven't checked that lesson out, it's probably worth you do so. What you noticed was that the concept was very simple. Once I understood where the chord, what chord I was playing over, I could then derive my triad pair from it. So when I'm playing over a D minor 7, I can play F major and G major. That's going to give me my Dorian sound. So I'm playing my triads starting on the 3rd degree of D minor, or the flat 3rd I guess, and then the 4th degree. Right, so how can we apply this to a blues? Well, if I'm playing a blues in the key of A, that type of thing, right? Blues in A. What I need is a method of doing this. Now the triads that we're going to use to play over this will involve playing a triad starting on the root of the chord that we're playing on, so that would be an A major triad. Now, of course there's many ways to play an A major triad, but let's begin with this. And the other triad will be a tone lower, so G major. So over an A major chord, we can play A major and G major. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay some keyboards over this so you can hear these in context. So here's an A7 chord, and over that I'm going to play an A major triad and then a G major triad. That will sound like this. Now each one of those triads sounded wonderful, and as with the last lesson, it's about analysing why that is. So when we look at that A major triad, we're playing the root of the A chord, and the 3rd of that A7 chord, and the 5th of that A7 chord. Now when we shift that triad down a tone, we're no longer playing the root, the 3rd and the 5th, we're now playing the flat 7 of A, we're playing the 9th of A, and we're playing the 4th of A. So we're not thinking G, although we're technically thinking G, but the goal is creating a sound over A. When we alternate between these ideas, they're going to sound very much like a fresh new approach to playing over a concept, playing over these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a little lick now, and then the goal is going to be taking this lick and working it into a larger line. So here's the lick played nice and slow. We're going to go up an A triad and down a G triad. Sound like this. There's a basic idea, a little bit faster. So what am I doing there? As I say, ascending in that A major triad, moving down a tone and descending. We then have another A major triad, 7, 7 and 6. Move down a tone. We then go on to the low strings, we've got 9, 7 and 7. Move down a tone. I'm going to slide from 8 to 9 and end on the G root note, sorry, A root note on the D string. So now the goal is about putting that in a larger line. So if I go something like that, words to that effect. Now it doesn't matter how you link into that. You can play something nice and major, you can play something nice and minor, it really doesn't matter. It's about linking into that idea. So maybe I go So it really doesn't matter what you do. Any idea, and we're looking to link into this. Anything you can do is going to be great. Now, once you've got that down, it's then about exploring this concept, right? Exploring these A major triads and these G major triads. So if I play A major like this, I play G like this. A major, G major. Now this is kind of similar, I guess, to going, forgot that I was playing A and not G. So yeah, what am I doing there? Well, exactly the same concept, right? Take my A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G. It really doesn't matter how we connect these. So why don't we play the exact same phrase that we did in the previous lesson, but now over this blues context. So again, I'm playing over an A. That type of amp, right? And we're going to play G, G and A. So our G, A. Now the key is when I get here, we need to resolve the idea, and this is what we didn't talk about in the previous lesson. It's all well and good playing these triad ideas, but unless you can get into them and get out of them, nice resolutions. You'll notice when I played this idea down here, I resolved it to a nice little A phrase. So it's all well and good going, but we need a way out of that. So I might go, again, it doesn't matter what the idea is, as long as there is a musical idea that you resolve to. So again, blues. Let's try and get that right. And again, 1, 2. Not the best. One last time. I said one last time it wasn't the best again, but you get the idea. This is about experimenting, it's about having fun. So one last idea for you. Everything that we've been doing thus far has been largely ascending. The one that I do like is descending with these ideas. So I like to take things like so what am I doing there? Well, I'm taking that A major and G major, and I'm going a little bit Frank Gambale with this. I'm actually picking down, up, up. That's a nice resolution, right? Now that fits really nicely over a blues. Again, blues. Now, of course, I could play around this endlessly, but the focus for you is going to be exploring these triads over this A7 vamp. Now, just as one final idea for you, when you're comfortable playing over one chord, well, a blues contains many chords. If we're playing on a blues in A, your A chord is going to be the one chord. So A and G, as soon as that chord changes to D or D7, we've got the same concept. We can play D, D and C. Back to my A. Chord changes to E, exactly the same idea. I can play E major triads and D. Right, you get the idea. So the concept, relatively simple. All about playing these triads, exploring these triads, and the key part of this, moving them into lines. Playing music is not about just going up and down scales or triads or patterns, right? We need to take these ideas and then work out musical ways that we can use them in our playing, integrate them into the things that we're doing. Cool. So, as always, I'm going to say a huge thank you to my supporters over on Patreon, or at least some of my supporters over on Patreon. Well, no, all of my supporters over on Patreon. I really do appreciate it. As always, I will be uploading tabs for this over there, so if you want to check me out on there, you can do so for as little as $1, and you'll get lots and lots and lots in return. You'll have great fun. Lots of fun. So check me out over there. If that doesn't suit you, you can always head on over to Amazon and have a look for Levi Clay. Lots and lots of books over there. Put a lot of work into writing books, and of course they put food on the table, so it's a great way to support me and my family. So thank you very much for those of you that have done that. Now, lastly, check me out by clicking this button up here on Patreon. You can subscribe by clicking this button down here, and you will see 2 more of my videos here and here. As always, guys, hit me up in that comment section below if you have any questions about this or anything else, guitar related or otherwise. I'm always here to help, happy to help. Love your support, thank you so much, and I will see you for another video soon. Good luck.